Hi guys, JT here. Today I'm bringing you some information on 10 games in Fanatical's Titanium Collection of January 2026. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you the viewers for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. But first, a word from our sponsor, JT After Dark. You've read the threads, you've seen the warnings, but you haven't heard them like this. I'm JT. I take the internet's most terrifying stories and give them a voice. From Reddit's deepest archives to the legends that haunt the web, I bring the horror to life. Join me on JT After Dark. Subscribe now and let's see what's hiding in the shadows. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have Winds of Arcana, Ruination, a 2.5D story-rich Metroidvania that casts you as Aaron, a warrior mage on a fully voiced quest to rescue comrades within the sundered world of Lerna. As you explore this interconnected 2D landscape, you wield legendary weapons like the Master Sword and Leech Hammer, complemented by soul crests that grant arcane abilities. You'll find yourself grappling, gliding, and summoning platforms to navigate diverse biomes filled with secrets. The gameplay experience is a polarizing mix of high-tier ambition and technical friction. You'll likely appreciate the responsive combat and the strategic depth provided by the weapon swapping system, which allows you to switch instantly between balanced swords, ranged chakrams, and heavy hammers. The Mind's Eye Snapshot feature is a brilliant quality of life addition, letting you mark points of interest manually on your map. Many players find the atmosphere and exploration rewarding, frequently comparing the movement and aesthetics to Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. However, you must prepare for significant challenges. The platforming gauntlets are imaginative, but often marred by a convoluted control scheme that requires holding triggers to access basic traversal skills. Furthermore, you might encounter frustrating technical jank, including inconsistent hitboxes during boss fights and various collision bugs. While some players find the difficulty spot on, others feel the experience is undercooked due to weak sound design and abrupt narrative transitions. If you crave a challenging new Metroidvania and can overlook some mechanical unresponsiveness, this title offers a deep, secretive world well worth your time. At number 2 we have Flickshot Rogues, a tactile physics-based roguelike that reimagines turn-based dungeon crawling as a high-stakes game of combat billiards. You take command of a shipwrecked crew on a mysterious island, but instead of choosing a text from a menu, you physically flick your characters across small arena-style boards. Using a catapult mechanic, you aim and pull back to send your heroes spinning into enemies, ricocheting off walls, and triggering explosive combos that turn the battlefield into a chaotic, satisfying mess. The core of your strategy lies in the unique abilities of your pirate team. You can switch between characters mid-battle, choosing the right tool for the job, whether that is a swashbuckler dealing contact damage or a companion who drops area of effect bombs. As you progress through a branching Slay the Spire style map, you collect trinkets and artifacts that synergize to create game-breaking power-ups, such as spreading fire or lightning damage through ricochets. You must also contend with the champion system, where targeting specific elite enemies can clear the entire board in a single well-placed trick shot. While the game features a charming hand-drawn art style and an intuitive mouse-only control scheme, you may find the difficulty spike quite steep. The arenas get crowded quickly, and some players feel the meta progression can be slow. However, if you enjoy the marriage of precision physics and roguelike depth, Flickshot Rogues offers a just one more run loop that is incredibly difficult to put down. It is a fresh, inventive take on the genre. At number 3 we have Virtual Rides 3 Funfair Simulator, a colorful, detailed carnival simulation where you design, control, and ride over 15 unique attractions in a fully explorable 12-acre fairground. You're not just a visitor, you're the showman. You can customize rides with different colors, lights, effects, and decorations to create your own dream fairground. The game lets you take full control from the operator's booth, adjusting speed, lighting, and music to entertain the crowds. You can even grab a virtual microphone and hype up the guests with your own calls, adding to the carnival atmosphere. When night falls, the lighting system transforms the fairground into a spectacle of lasers, strobes, and colorful effects. The rides themselves look fantastic, with accurate physics and smooth animations that make first-person ride experiences thrilling. For even more immersive experience, you can play in VR using an HTC Vive or Oculus Rift. Virtual Rides 3 is primarily a sandbox experience with no fixed campaigns nor goals. That means you're free to experiment, fine-tune your attractions, and enjoy the park at your own pace. However, the lack of interaction with visitors or deeper management systems may leave you wanting more if you prefer structured gameplay. Performance is generally good, though some players report occasional glitches or awkward camera angles when using the control panels. Still, if you love carnival rides and want the freedom to build and control them, Virtual Ride 3 delivers a fun and relaxing simulation. This bundle also includes the Northstar DLC, adding one new attraction to Virtual Rides 3. And number 4 we have Rolling Hills. Make sushi, make friends. A charming low-stress life simulation that places you in the chassis of SushiBot, an adorable robot tasked with revitalizing a cozy town. You move into a quiet village with the goal of running a successful restaurant, but you quickly discover that your mission involves more than just food. You must help the community lift a mysterious curse that has doomed the area to obscurity. The narrative focuses heavily on the warmth of community, offering a sweet and simple story that wears its heart on its sleeves. The gameplay loop is designed for pure relaxation, making it a standout entry in the cozy genre. Your daily routine involves purchasing ingredients from local characters, socializing at the cafe, and managing short, bite-sized meal services. During these shifts, you act more as a waiter than a chef, selecting plates from a conveyor belt to match specific customer cravings. While you can be penalized with fewer stars for incorrect orders, the game is remarkably forgiving. There is no calendar to stress over, and failing a request won't ruin your business. As you progress, you unlock customization options for your restaurant and even a helper bot, though you might find the latter a bit clumsy. You'll spend your time balancing restaurant upgrades with deepening friendships, all while enjoying a satisfying progression system. If you're looking for a game that prioritizes unwinding over high-stakes challenges, Rolling Hills provides a sweet, addictive experience that'll leave you craving a plate of nigiri. And number 5 we have Ale Abbey, Monastery Brewery Tycoon, a charming management simulation that casts you as the architect of a holy brewing legacy. Unlike typical tycoons with rigid templates, this game provides a canvas for beer alchemy where you build a monastery from the ground up. You're responsible for constructing living quarters and libraries above ground, while designing sprawling cold cellars beneath to house your fermenting creations. Your primary goal is to manage a crew of monks, experimenting with over 20 European styles, and master the intricate balance of mash temperatures and ingredient quality to achieve holy ale status. The game shines in its detailed recipe system, which even real-life homebrewers find impressively authentic. You'll likely get lost in the just one more brew loop, discovering special traits and navigating seasonal market demands. The presentation is cozy, blending a 90s aesthetic with modern polish and a relaxing soundtrack. Beyond the vats, you must manage external relationships, appeasing local lords, and dealing with repetitive bandit encounters that require strategic bribery or authority intervention. However, you should be aware of a steep late-game plateau. While the initial hours are addictive, the management depth can feel thin once your monastery is fully upgraded, and the lack of robust economic statistics makes it difficult to track specific recipe profitability. Additionally, the UI can be clunky, especially when managing dozens of unique ales simultaneously. Despite these quirks, if you seek a soulful, low-stress tycoon that educates you on brewing history, Ale Abbey is a rewarding pilgrimage. And number 6 we have Diesel Legacy, The Brazen Age, a unique fusion of 2D fighting and beat-em-up mechanics, set in the gritty diesel-punk world of New Liberties. Featuring hand-drawn visuals and a 3-lane combat system, it reinvents the genre with chaotic 2v2 battles and free-for-all modes. At its core, this game is built for team-based mayhem. The 3-lane mechanic adds an extra layer of strategy, letting you dodge, reposition, and control space in ways traditional fighting games do not allow. With 10 characters, each boasting unique abilities and thematic designs, you'll find diverse playstyles ranging from rushdown brawlers to oppressive zoners. The combat is fast, frantic, and unapologetically chaotic, sometimes to its detriment, as certain characters can feel overwhelming. The game offers a surprisingly meaty single-player experience, with character-specific story modes that flesh out the world. While the storytelling is not groundbreaking, It provides enough lore to keep things engaging. The art style is a standout, blending comic book aesthetics with smooth animations, reminiscent of classic animated films. The jazzy, steampunk-inspired soundtrack adds to the atmosphere, though some sound effects and voice acting feel inconsistent. Diesel Legacy delivers a fresh take on fighting games, perfect for those looking for something different. If you thrive in controlled chaos and enjoy multiplayer brawls, this is worth checking out. While it may not replace traditional 1v1 fighters, it carves out its own space in the genre with its bold, innovative design. At number 7 we have Strange Horticulture, an engrossing puzzle game that places you in the role of a plant shop owner who becomes a plant shop detective in a quaint Victorian town. Armed with a collection of unidentified plants, an aging botany book, and your wits, you embark on a journey to solve numerous mysteries, both big and small, with the world's fate in the balance. The game's primary gameplay revolves around helping customers who visit your shop with limited information about the plants they seek. Using the details provided, you must identify the correct plant from your collection and the entries in your botany book. The game's beautifully illustrated plants, detailed drawings, and elaborate descriptions make solving these mysteries a delightful experience. With nearly 80 plants to manage, each customer presents a unique challenge, requiring patience and close observation. The game also features a map where you can explore various locations, unlocking new plants and events by deciphering clues received through letters, notes, or cryptic messages. While the map puzzles are less challenging than plant identification, they offer creative variety and satisfying rewards. Strange Horticulture stands out with its branching narrative, where your choices determine the course of the story, and the quality of the writing is on par with the detailed botany book descriptions. The game's meticulous attention to detail allows you to interact with various elements, such as arranging plants, labeling them, and even petting your cat. Replayability is a strong point, with multiple endings and different outcomes based on your choices. Despite the lack of voice acting, the text-based dialogue is skillfully written, adding depth to the characters and the overall narrative. In conclusion, Strange Horticulture offers a captivating blend of detective work, botanical exploration, and branching storytelling. Its meticulous attention to detail, challenging plant identification puzzles, and diverse narrative paths make it a highly engaging and rewarding experience for players who appreciate intricate mysteries in the world of plants. Whether you save or doom the world, you'll find yourself immersed in the role of a dedicated plant detective. At number 8 we have Lisa Complete Edition. In Lisa Complete Edition, you're thrust into a captivating yet tormenting RPG experience that delves deep into themes of abuse and survival. From the outset, it's clear that Lisa isn't your typical game. It's intentionally grueling, pushing you to the brink with its unforgiving choices and relentless challenges. Set in the aftermath of a cataclysmic event known as The Flash, where all women vanish from the world, you navigate the desolate wasteland of Olath alongside Brad Armstrong, haunted by the guilt of his sister's tragic fate. The game's narrative intricately weaves together themes of trauma, addiction, and redemption, immersing you in a world teetering on the edge of oblivion. Gameplay in Lisa combines turn-based combat with exploration puzzles, offering a blend of strategy and traversal that keeps you engaged throughout. Your party members are both your lifeline and your vulnerability, as their fates hang precariously on your decisions. Whether it's sacrificing items, limbs, or even friends, every choice carries weight and consequences that shape the story. The addition of Painless Mode makes the experience more accessible, allowing players to tailor the difficulty to their preference without sacrificing the game's essence. While the joyful expansion adds depth to the narrative, it falls slightly short in tying into the overarching themes of abuse and cycles, though it still offers engaging gameplay and moments of dark humor. Lisa Complete Edition is a masterful blend of story and gameplay, offering a gripping adventure that will linger with you long after the credits roll. With new features and content enhancing the experience, it's easier than ever to immerse yourself in this touching tale of survival and sacrifice. At number 9 we have Mech Havoc, a top-down sandbox of destruction that blends the tactical weapon tweaking of Mech Warrior with the high-octane outnumbered combat of Brigador. You're thrust into a world where a rogue AI has seized control, leaving you to command a deadly fleet of war machines. Whether you prefer weaponized delivery trucks or towering heavy mechs, the game provides a massive canvas for customization. You can equip lasers, railguns, and missile barrages, while supplementing your firepower with tactical support abilities like artillery strikes, automated turrets, and combat drones to dismantle endless swarms of hostile automatons. As an early access title, you'll find a game with very good bones and incredible polish, though the current mission content is relatively brief, typically taking between 3 to 6 hours to complete. You'll likely appreciate the snappy controls and the deep tech tree that allows for diverse playstyles across destructible landscapes. The physics-based gameplay ensures that every impact feels weighty, and the inclusion of Steam Workshop support already provides a massive breadth of additional content. However, you should keep in mind that this is a diamond in the rough. While the core mechanics are tight, some players feel the ballistic weapons could use more auditory punch and visual recoil. You might also find yourself craving more variety in map types, or an endless mode to test your custom builds. If you enjoy physics-driven mecha mayhem and want to support a developer who clearly loves the genre, this is a superb, approachable gem. And number 10 we have The Lacerator, a schlocky retro-inspired survival horror game that feels like a bloody-soaked tribute to both late 90s gaming and 80s grindhouse cinema. You take on the role of Max, a legendary adult film star from the 1980s who wakes up in a harrowing predicament. After being kidnapped and locked in a basement dungeon, you discover you're the latest target in a snuff film den run by the titular Lacerator, a hulking, relentless killer reminiscent of classic horror nemesis. Your survival depends on navigating a trap-filled lair while managing scarce resources and solving puzzles. What makes your journey truly unique is the limb loss mechanic. If you fail to avoid certain traps or the killer himself, you can lose extremities. Remarkably, this is not an immediate game over. Instead, you must adapt to your physical limitations, as losing limbs dynamically alters your gameplay flow, closing off certain paths while unexpectedly opening others. This leads to impressive replayability with multiple branching storylines and endings based on your choices and injuries. The presentation is unapologetically gritty, featuring soiled PS1 style textures and a VHS aesthetic that you can customize from fucked up to sexy. Whether you choose the modern over-the-shoulder camera or the authentic tank-controlled fixed perspectives of the past, you'll find a dense atmospheric experience. Despite some jank and intentional clunkiness, you're looking at one of the most inventive and refreshing takes on the survival horror genre, proving that losing an arm doesn't mean losing the game. And that's all for this bundle. This January 2026 Titanium Collection is an absolute win for your library. Snagging heavy hitters like Lisa Complete Edition and Strange Horticulture at these price points is basically a cheat code for your backlog. The value here is absolutely insane. If you've got the credits, don't sleep on this drop. It is a top tier loot pool that offers way more gameplay hours than the cost suggests. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And subscribe to JD